Okay, let's dive into something really cool today. We've got some source material here that takes us into, well, high-performance gear, a watch specifically.
Hmm.
And its inspiration comes from uh, a pretty extreme place, the desert.
That's right. Yeah, we're looking at the new IWC Pilot Automatic 41, the top UN Mojave Desert watch.
Right.
And the insights we're using, they come straight from the details released about this specific model.
Okay, so our mission, basically,
Hmm.
we want to unpack what makes this watch stand out.
The key
The
features.
features, the story behind that unique look,
Hmm.
and where it kind of fits in IWC's whole Colors of Top Gun series.
So the first thing, I mean, it jumps right out from the details. That color, it's really distinctive.
Yeah.
And it's not just some random beige, right, the sand tone. It's directly inspired by the landscape around the U.S. Navy's China Lake facility.
Ah, okay.
And maybe even, more specifically, the actual beige flight suits the pilots wear there.
So a very direct link then between
Right.
the place and the gear.
Exactly. A really tangible connection.
And IWC, they've used this Mojave color before, haven't they? I remember seeing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They started back in 2019, I think,
Right.
on some of the bigger pieces, the 46 millimeter big pilot chronographs. Even a perpetual calendar had that colorway.
Okay, so it's established. But this watch, this specific 41, it does something kind of different with that color.
Exactly. And this is what's quite interesting here. They've brought that sand-toned ceramic, which, like you said, was usually on the larger models.
Mhm.
They've brought it down to this more compact 41 millimeter size.
Okay, so same tech base as the white Lake Tahoe one.
Pretty much, yeah. Shares that foundation, just, translated into this specific desert look.
Gotcha. In that case, the 41 millimeter, it's IWC's own ceramic, right?
Yep, they're proprietary colored ceramic, matte finish. And it's 11.4 millimeter thick, so pretty wearable.
And tough too. Water resistant.
Oh, yeah. Designed for durability. You get 100 meters of water resistance.
Right. And the back.
Flip it over, it's a titanium case back. Engraved with the Top Gun logo, naturally.
Vice.
And you've got the standard screw-in steel crown over at 3 o'clock. The crystal's convex sapphire, coated both sides, anti-reflective.
Good for clarity.
Yeah,
And the dial, it carries that theme through.
absolutely. It's got this muted brown background. The numerals, the markers are kind of tone on tone.
Oh, interesting. Still readable, though.
Yeah, they're filled generously with superluminova, so legibility shouldn't be an issue, even in low light. Hands are brown and loomed, too.
And the date?
Little date window tucked in there at 3 o'clock. Pretty neat integration. And the seconds hand sweeps right to the edge, hits that track clearly.
Okay, so what's powering all this? The movement.
That's the IWC caliber 32112. It's known as a pretty robust automatic movement. It uses a Paul winding system.
Right, which helps with endurance, doesn't it? Power reserve.
It really does. You get a very impressive power reserve here, a full 120 hours.
Wow, that's 5 days.
5 whole days, yeah. Beats at 28,800 VPH, and it's got hacking seconds, for setting the time precisely.
So practicality definitely built in.
For sure.
And the strap completes the look.
Yep, comes on a beige rubber strap, but it has this matching textile inlay on top,
Okay.
secured with a titanium pin buckle. It really ties the whole desert-inspired design together end to end.
And this Pilot's Watch Automatic 41 2PN Mojave Desert. It's available now.
It is, yeah, it's out there.
So thinking about this whole deep dive then, what really stands out is how a specific place, like the Mojave,
A demanding environment.
yeah, and the gear used there, how that can directly shape, really specific design choices in a watch,
Absolutely. You see it in the color, that sand-toned ceramic.
which is hard to produce, right?
It is. And
Right.
bringing it to this 41 millimeter size, that's significant for this color.
Right. And then you pair that with a solid movement, that big 5-day power reserve.
All tying back to naval aviation, those extreme conditions.
It makes you think, doesn't it? Considering this focus on precision and endurance, adapting to harsh conditions.
Yeah, it raises an interesting question, maybe for you listening. How might those same principles, the ones drawn from places like the desert, how could they translate?
Translate to other things, other objects we use every day.
Exactly. What unexpected places or demanding situations might actually hold the key for the next great bit of functional design?
Definitely something to mull over after this deep dive.